walk that I'm blessed. See the love of God in my flex, I'm so blessed. 20K just on my chain, say less. I text every day to get dressed, so blessed. Been through the storm and the rain, still blessed. Had a couple heartaches and pain, still blessed. Handle the pressure from fame, still blessed. Just God called my name, so blessed.
Yes, sir, I'm blessed, don't play boy, cause I got it mad. Tailor made just for this fit, I'm gon' cut the slack. I'm the man, good hearted shorty with me acting bad. Shout out to mans that done tightened up since they became a dad. Shout out to me.
Welcome back to another episode of the Cobain Report. I am Rock Cobain. This is
T-Mail.
And you know the vibes. Today we have an awesome guest. All the way from the west side. T-Mail, give us the intro, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a star with us today. He is a rapper, but I can't just limit him to a rapper because his stage presence and performance trumps most rappers. Representing IUR and 4NI. You've heard his music with songs like Weight Watchers, Acting Famous, What's Your Zodiac, and Honey Pack. Put your hands together and welcome to the Cobain Report, Big Jungle.
Big Jungle in the building. What up, though?
Welcome.
What's up? Appreciate the introduction, man.
For sure.
Man, we so glad to have you
of it.
here, bro. Yeah, for sure, bro. Like we was talking a little bit on before camera started rolling. Bro, your showmanship is, I mean, crazy, bro. Talk to me a little bit about just how where did this character come from? What is this? Where did this come from, bro? It's like Shawn Michaels vibes. Like, when you walk in a room, nigga, you are the showstopper. Where did this come from? Talk to me about it, bro.
Just being myself, man. Anybody that know me know I was a class clown. I was the class clown. I was just always a center of attention when it come to just being silly and goofy. Like, my pops was like that for real. So, like, as a kid, I probably got that from him, but I just was always goofy and silly, and then I just embedded it into my artistry. You know what I mean? So it really just made sense. Like, that's the thing. That's why I always tell people to just be yourself for real, cause it come off genuine too. So that's why I look like the way it look. It don't look crazy, you know. Even though I'm doing crazy shit or goofy shit, it don't come off as like something just somebody just up there just acting a fool. You know what I mean? It actually makes sense. So it's just me being myself, man. That's my character. That's I always been out, you know, just.
Man, you remind
energetic, man. I always been energetic.
Bro. Yeah, you remind me a little of I don't know if you hip to Steve Aoki. He like a DJ, but he like interact with the crowd in a way that's like way different from most DJs. And you remind me of a rap version because how you interact with the crowd and you know get them all engaged in the performance is like different. Like, how did you go on stage and be able to like create this, you know, like kind of alter ego versus like how Detroit, you know, get that stigma of everybody like doing and sounding the same?
It really goes back to me just being myself. Like, that's the thing. I ain't like, a lot of people be scared to like, or they be trying to live up to a certain standard of other people. I don't really care. Like, that's what make me me. Like, I don't care for it. I don't really care for nobody's opinion. Like, I'm so confident and like, I got self-confidence in myself so much to the point where I don't look for like other people's validation on nothing. So I'm able to do whatever I want to do, whatever I feel comfortable doing with, you know, people's opinion that I know that's going to come. And I'm just taking it and still going to do what I want to do, you know what I mean? So that it don't bother me. So when I start doing it, like I said, I was just being myself. So anybody else that had a problem with it, it's just like, if you can't relate to me being myself, then I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't really care. I'm not trying to like look tough. I never portrayed to be like a gangster or try to live up to a street, like the streets or anything like that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like people already like praise the wrong shit anyway. So I'd be a fool to try to like, you know, try to do that, like live up to that standard that people be holding, like the city to. You know what I mean? So when I'm breaking out them barriers, you know that, I just feel like I'm being different. And
you are.
It's either you like it or you don't. I'm not. If you don't like it, I'm not really doing it for you. Then so it is what it is.
No, when you say genuine and authentic, I I'm talking about like, bro, you can tell it's from a place that like you just don't give a fuck. Like you get up there, this nigga, honest, bro, you have one of the most entertaining shows that I think I have watched from a rapper in a long time. And I done seen, I'm 40, bro. I done been around. Like, who you put me in the mind of with your antics and how you are is Eminem, bro. Because M didn't give a fuck. He would go on stage and it was what it was, you know what I'm saying? And you give me the same energy, like, bro, you be ripping off the shirts. This boy was on there with a sock on one time, drawers on. I'm talking about doing a hump off. I'm like, is he Haitian or Jamaican? What's happening here? I'm going to have you introduce who you brought with you. Who you bring with you today, Big Jungle?
This is my brother, Bully, man. This is my brother / manager / my road dog, man.
What up, though? Welcome to the Cobain Report.
What's up, though?
What up, man?
So tell me, bro, did you always see it in your brother that like, you know, he was gonna be like a rap star?
Yeah, like as soon as I heard his music, it like that shit, like I felt it, like damn, like you know what I mean? And like we like actually his like we mutual somebody close to us, like man, bro rapping, he you know what I'm saying, hearing you need to hear him. And I heard, I'm like, yeah, this shit different. Because like I'm hearing what he's saying and I'm like, yeah, he talking as like he's seen some shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't portraying like he said, he wasn't portraying like it's him, but he's seen some shit where and he's saying it the right way where he you know what I mean?
I feel like he carved his own kind of like sound within the sound of Detroit sound. Like he don't sound like nobody else to me, right? Yeah. Like to me personally, he don't sound like nobody else. He sounds like a version of course, what's happening currently, but it's his own kind of like delivery. Like Honey Pack is crazy, bro. Yeah. Bro, your last 2 singles, I'm talking about viral.
Yeah.
Talk to me about let's take it back, all right? Because we know of Jungle, but let's take it back a little bit for the Cobain Report, all right? Where are you from? Talk to me about Baby Jungle. Where you come from, bro? What's up?
I'm from west side of Detroit, Puritan Ave.
Okay.
Like my whole family grew up. Well, most of my family grew up on that same block, all the way from Puritan down to 6 Mile. So we was like up and down that whole block. I'm the youngest of 8, so I got a lot of siblings and a lot of brothers. My family is big, like we all close, like so I got a lot of cousins and stuff. So that's what like kind of saved me, you know. I watched my brother, that's my closest brother, that we live together, because like I said, we are like separated, but me and him live together. I watched him make a lot of mistakes that I learned from. So while he was doing, like, he was in the streets and he was doing different things and, you know, getting in trouble, get kicked out of school and shit like that, I just was blessed with, you know, knowledge to understand that that's not how I supposed to. Because, you know, some people would take that and look up to it, or, you know, or just, you know, fall into that. That's what they around, so they just picked up behavior. I never did that. I knew I knew right from wrong. And I was blessed to know that was not what I wanted to do, and that wasn't what I wanted to get into. So, like I said, I was blessed to have a big family. So, my mom, I didn't have a relationship with my mom.
Really?
My mom's on drugs, you know, battling with drugs and shit. And my pops ended up going to jail, so he wasn't really around. And when he got out, our relationship was just not there for real. So I was raised by my grandma. Okay. So. And my grandma was praying grandma. You know, my grandma older, like, so she ain't chasing no young kids around, man. Yeah. So I really was just figuring shit out for real. But I just knew I wanted better though. That's all I wanted. So like when I started getting into trouble and started actually falling into like doing shit that, you know, like getting in trouble and shit, started skipping school, started doing shit like that. That's when I knew, I'm like, all right, I want something better. So my cousins, they're from the burbs and shit. They spoiled all so I used to always stay at their house like all the time, like because they had the games and shit. I ain't had none of that. Like all the clothes I was wearing was from them. They was giving me they shit.
You fresh as hell now. I ain't gonna hold you up. I told you came in, but go ahead, finish with the story. I'm gonna let you.
I say that too. Though. I be saying that like I know how to put this shit together because I had so many hand me downs. So
So we real cousins. We real cousins.
That's why I know how to dress now though. I
swear to God, y'all are not capping, bro.
Yeah, that was my
I know how to
wardrobe.
put this shit together now.
We real cousins, nigga. I would hit this nigga closet all the time, bro. We just had this conversation on the last episode. I walked in his crib one time. He had a whole bunch of shoe boxes. I'm like, damn, cuz, what's all these shoe boxes? Why you keep the shoe boxes, man? Why you do that? I look in them, they real. I said, nigga, you got shoes in these?
That's when you know, like, your upbringing, like, you, whatever, like, your fam, y'all solid, like,
for sure.
going through that, sharing clothes, and you ain't went through that.
Buying
then,
clothes
like,
from each other, like, oh, you done with them? Let me get them size
I be
baby.
seeing people talking down, like, saying little shit, but, like, that shit was just normal. Like, we
Family,
like,
all you got, bro. At the end of the day.
especially if you went to a different school than I went to a different
Yeah,
school.
we was super lit.
I did.
On Thursday, I'm wearing that polo pink. Me and Horse would do that shit so much, bro. But go ahead, cause this the real journalist. I'm gonna let you get back. Go ahead, finish with tell us how you get on into it.
So yeah, you know, they kept me. So they was like the good side of my. So I used to always be around them and everything. So damn near was like, it got to the point where I was like, shit, man, I told them one day, like, man, I wish I went to school with y'all, bro. I wish I could live with y'all. They was like, man, see if you can. Ask my mama. Woo. So shit, I'm like, fuck it. I asked my auntie. She really my cousin, but I call her my auntie. Like, she saved my life for real, but I got her tatted on me and everything. Like, I asked her and she was like, yeah, you know, you can for sure. But she was like, only thing is, you know, your pops just gotta give me custody or whatever, shit like that. So it was like a whole little thing with that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they worked it out. And then she ended up letting me come out there. So I moved to the burbs on some Will Smith shit, you know. I'm good. You know,
West side of Detroit, born and raised.
So I moved to the burbs for real, and that move right there when I was in 10th grade, because I was going to Mumford, and I had moved to the burbs in 10th grade, and that move just really saved my life for real. It gave me way more clarity. It gave me responsibility. I never knew none of that. Like, nigga, I was walking around that bitch, barely washing my ass. I was a little young dirty nigga just running around. You know what I mean? Not on nothing for real, but.
Ain't it amazing though how changing your location
For sure.
can change your perspective?
And that's why literally a lot of these youth are failed because they're put in a situation where they don't even understand what the fuck is outside of the, you know what I mean? So
make sure y'all tithe because he preaching. He preaching here today.
You get failed as youth for real.
Me and T-Mail talk about this.
That's what I heard
all
too
the time.
in his music. Like I hear like, you know what I'm saying? Because I went through shit. That's all I hear. I'm like, man, he knows something to be that age. Because I wasn't thinking like that at that age. I'm like, yeah, is he different? He need to be heard.
So I'm gonna ask both of y'all a question. How did y'all get into being an artist? I'm gonna start here first, and then I'm gonna go this way.
Okay.
All right. How did you get into being an artist?
So I went to prison at a young age, 17, and I had a homie who went to college and shit. Shout out Johnny. He was writing me and shit. He was letting me know he rapping. I'm like, this nigga rapping. But he was like writing me raps through like mail and shit. So I'm just like reading them, but like they sound, I'm putting them together. They sound good, you know what I'm saying? But by the fast forward when I came home, like bro was like rapping like in the studio, like doing his thing. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna give it a try. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, I ain't gonna lie, my shit was trash at first when I heard it.
I think
but,
all
like,
our first songs probably.
I started like just hearing different shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Around this time, Doughboys was like fresh out, and like it was a big inspiration in the city. Lodge Boys, a lot of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, yeah, I want to do this music shit. I like the feeling of it, like. You know what I mean? And it's just a way out the hood. Like, you know, I knew I wasn't trying to be on the block. I knew what that shit was going to be. Like, either behind the walls or 6 feet under.
I mean, it's only two places. Jungle, tell us what got you inspired to do music after all that you went through as a child and going through all. How did we get to the music?
All right, so growing up, I've always been into music. Like, I had a whole composition book that bitch was filled from the beginning to end, like, literally with just raps. So I always been like writing music, like just growing up, and I was always young. Like my brothers did it. They used to record on the phone. They'd like literally link up at my other brother's house, and we would record. They would record themselves on the phone, like they got a whole session going on, and then one day they was like, I mean, they found out I can rap, and then they was just like, oh yeah, we gotta get you, So, BET. I used to watch BET. I told this story a lot too, but I used to watch BET all the time, and I used to steal their raps on the Freestyle Fridays. So that's literally like how it started. Like when I was before I started writing anything.
The first Drake.
Before I started writing anything.
Ghost writing by mistake.
Look, before I started writing anything, I was taking the Freestyle Friday freestyles, going to school. I would stay up all night remembering. I'm trying to remember, literally just reciting to remember. And then I would go to school and I would rap that shit. And everybody was like, oh, you cold. When I got the reaction, I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to start doing this shit. So I got into it. I like really fell in love with it, and I just started writing for real and shit. But that was like my go-to. I used to, that rap I stole. So until somebody called me out on it, like, what? Your name not even, that's not even your rap name. I was actually saying somebody else's rap name in there. I never even noticed it. It's like, that's not even your rap name. What you talking about? I was like, damn, you right. But, I got caught with it, so I was like, let me start writing my own shit. But I was writing all the raps and shit. Like, my brothers, like, we'd have like, families outings and shit, and my brothers would call me, and they're like, my little brother, he know how to rap. Like, well, listen to him rap. And I'd be rapping. I used to rap my ass off for my age. Like, it's trash as hell now that I look at it. But I was like rapping, because I was rapping fast as hell.
You remember one of them old bars?
Age, though,
you remember one of them old ones?
Yeah, I do, but I would never embarrass myself like that. I would never embarrass myself like that. I think that shit's so weak. But for my age, it was like crazy. Like you could tell, like, oh damn, for your age, you rapping that's crazy. So growing up, I always been on that. So then, like I said, probably like 12, it had to be like 12th grade. 12th grade, one of my homies, he was like, I'm a rapper. And everybody used to say he a rapper. And I used to be like, he a rapper? Like what make him a rapper? Like, and he was like, man, I got these songs. And I was like, listening to it, I'm like, damn, how you do that? Like, he's like, I went to the studio. I'm like, niggas know studios. Like, you can go to an actual studio. Like, I didn't know that. Like I said, I grew up recording off the phone and shit. For sure. And I thought studios was like for the rich people. Like,
me too.
For real rappers that's like signed into a deal and shit. I never knew.
Shout out
like,
to the disc, because I wouldn't have known nothing about it. The disc had the cheap joints back in my day. You know what I'm saying?
So when he said that, I was like, oh yeah, you gotta get me in there. He ended up taking me. Shout out my dog 808 Speakers, my nigga Daff. He took me to the studio. Where I met one of my close friends now, Rose. He's my engineer to this day. He engineered my first song ever, and he's still engineering me to this day. So
that's dope.
That's crazy, but yeah, I recorded, and then from there on out, I was really just in the studio. But then I wasn't really taking it serious for real. I was just in and out the studio, and then I got discovered to shooting videos. And I changed the name. Like, I shot a video, but I was still in school though. Like, I was trying shit. Like, my auntie was pushing college on me so much, and so I tried college, but that shit didn't work. So I was in that bitch literally. Like, Rose came to my dorm. We was in that bitch recording in my dorm type shit. We was on some shit like that. So like, I was just trying to do the music shit, but I wasn't doing it right. You know what I mean? I was just recording songs, dropping them, just on SoundCloud and just dropping songs, 1 million songs. I wasn't doing that for real. Then I shot a video, couple of videos, but it wasn't nothing for real. But then I started learning the actual, like this, like how I learned that. Oh, you can go to the studio. I just started learning like, okay, promotion, like about promotion and shit. Like, oh, people pay to get on that. Oh, people. So they don't just post people, or they just you gotta learn the business of it. All right, so yeah, I started learning that, and when I started learning that, I caught on fast. And then after that, shit just started getting polished over time, And then once everybody started hearing and seeing me, it was a wrap.
The live show probably won it all. T-Mel, go ahead. I know
Man,
you got
tell
something.
me, like you said something interesting earlier, just about the dynamic of your upbringing, not having both parents and being raised by partially your grandmother and your auntie, right? Tell me, man, like how would you influence or tell like someone in the community, like you said earlier, the youth are going through those different things in their environment. How would you tell them like what it was that made you keep going?
I was always I honestly I kind of think different about this, like, because part of it is like I feel like you gotta just have a certain want to in you that certain people are just born with. Like I feel like I was blessed to like have that because I didn't literally witness people with a lot of talent that just fuck it off because they just don't get it. And I didn't witness people bump their heads and get in trouble, and you would think, or get into shit, and you would think they'd get it after a while, and they never do. You know what I mean? So sometimes I just feel like I like to call it main character energy. I feel like certain people got main character energy and certain people don't. But as far as like the youth, I just feel like you gotta in the environment that y'all grow up in, it's a lot of influences, but they're false prophets. Like you cannot look up to the people, certain people. I'm not gonna say the people, certain people that's push you to do certain things, and a lot of the things that's being pushed upon you is not. You gotta go look for your own confirmation. Honestly, you gotta look in the mirror and have a feeling. And as a kid, it's hard to do that because your whole life you're learning from someone else. You don't have nothing to base off of from your own experiences. Your experiences come from other people leading you. You know what I mean? So it's really hard to like talk to the youth as far as that. That's why you gotta really be hands on with them. So that's one of the things I do want to do. Get more hands on with the youth and the kids and stuff, and try to guide them and tell them what's right and wrong, because a lot of these people don't have big homies or they don't have that guidance that they need. They looking up to the wrong people, looking up to drug dealers or looking up to people saying, if you don't got no bodies, you can't talk to me, or you ain't never been to jail, you can't relate to what you ain't never, you don't have to do all that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
To understand the streets and understand the hood. You don't really have to go through none of that to understand it. You know what I mean? It's honestly a part of your culture. So you can really learn it. And really, it's really, you can really learn it. And you go learn it. You gonna pick it up. That shit is just a part of your history. You don't have to go shoot somebody to know how it feels to lose somebody, or you don't, or to know how to feel to kill somebody. You don't gotta, you know what I mean, do all that. You don't gotta do that. You can understand it. Just like how you, with history period, as far as like, we never went through slavery, but we feel for it.
We understand.
We never really went through. Well, we still go through racism, but we never went through the racism where you can't use that water fountain.
Right. But we understand.
We never, but we understand it. We got an empathy for it. You know what I mean? So that's the same thing. You don't have to be in the streets to try to be like, oh, I'm a street nigga, and try to get that validation from the streets. It's a part of your culture. That's what we got to teach the youth.
So I heard you mention mentors a lot, and being big, just the big homies, right? Talk to me about some of your musical mentors and your musical big homies and people that you have worked with and that you feel are mentors.
Well, first and foremost, before I even get into my musical, musical mentors, I was blessed with mentors like my family, like
real mentors,
like real. That was there from the start. You go to my first video, they was there. Ray, Bones, 100 Fam, this chain that I rock, they was there from the start. This chain was there in the first video that I ever shot. They been around. They been leading me. They been in this game.
Put that motherfucker around his neck first day.
For years. They been doing this shit for years. They believed in me before anybody did. And
they
been
got here
guiding
before
me.
you, so I know they did.
Yeah, and they literally man, bumped their heads and took all the bruises for me to shine, for me to be able to walk through the doors. So they opened a lot of doors for me, you know what I mean? And they showed me a lot of the ways and made sure I stayed on track. So that's first. And then, obviously with that guidance, I was able to break barriers and get through reach certain heights to link up with the biggest stars in this music industry which is Icewear Vezzo, Sada Baby, Snap Dogg, you know, those three is probably the main three that I feel like truly look out and truly have reached their hand out for me. And it's more too, but you know, I'ma just those three.
Yeah.
They really are like mega stars, you know what I mean? And
you are too.
yeah, for sure.
But
In the making. You know, and they reached out to me and they like shared their platform with me, you know, and they always make sure that I got the knowledge that I need to, you know, succeed in this game. So
y'all make good music together too, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. It'd be different if it was just like, see, one thing I'm learning about you from listening to you talk is you rock with a lot of authenticity and a lot of like organic vibes. And I know the music is organic. It's like y'all two party Beavis meets fucking Butthead vibes. Like y'all turn and it just be a whole nother world, bro. You know what I mean? Like honestly, like I don't know. I think I love the fact that you are able to just walk in who you are and be confident in you and not needing that stamp of approval because you knew who you were when you walked in the door. Period. You knew what you were bringing to the table and you knew who you were. I want to get your mentors too from you. Tell me who some of your biggest mentors are in the game, or some people that you work with that you like to, you know, work with, or
the person who really like really showed me everything was Snap for real. Like Snap Dogg. So like I was fresh out of prison and shit, and I've been knowing Snap since we was kids, like way before music from the neighborhood, and like. He hit me up and shit when I came home, like, man, I don't want to see you in that, you know what I'm saying, seeing you going through that shit, man, like, come fuck with me. And this was, like, the beginning of, like, you know what I'm saying, he fucked with Chief Keef at the time. You know what I'm saying? Then he started fucking with Dirk, and then he just brought me along with him, and, like, you feel me, like, ever since then, he just, like, bro, gonna open that, like, let me see for myself. He ain't one of them motherfuckers that's gonna, like, you feel me, gonna hold the, like, he showed me where the water at, like, you know what I mean?
You gotta go figure it out yourself.
Yeah, he gonna let me be in the room with him to figure it out. So, like, bro definitely, like, showed me the ropes of this shit, how this shit go, for sure.
Man,
the ins and outs of it.
Nice.
How to conduct yourself as an artist. Like, I done seen the bad, I done seen the good. Like, you feel me? Like, that's one of the most hardworking artists I done, like, met. Like,
Snap Dogg, one of them dogs for sure.
Like,
got that dog in
him. He another one too though. So like
for
when I bumped into him, it was like, damn, you remind me of Snap. Like you feel me? You know what I mean? Like he Snap 2.0.
No, for
he wake up. You know what I mean? Yeah, we doing this. We got like he ain't stopping this shit.
Main
and
character
it's funny,
energy.
It is funny that how you know, like that I do got the relation to them. Like when I was first coming out. Obviously the Sada Baby relations, you know, I got a lot of Sada Baby comparisons. And I mean, and I told Sada this, like, I look up to Sada, so like I definitely was influenced by Sada for sure, you know. And Snap is one of the first artists to embrace me because, you know, he got the same energy, like, you know, he one of them energetic type artists too, and his performances is crazy and wild too. So he embraced it. You know, anybody could be like, man, this could come in and be like, man, this young nigga trying to steal my style, my swag. Man, and he did the opposite. He embraced it instead of, you know, turning it into something a lot of people do. You know, they feel like a nigga trying to step on their shoes or, nah, he didn't do that. So he real for that. And then even with Vez, I feel like what's crazy is me and Vez relationship, it's different from me and Sada and me and Snap. Me and Vez is like more of we got more like of a personal and business relationship, you know. From the start, we've been talking about money and how to turn this shit into a empire. We've been talking about how to make this shit colossal from the beginning. You know, so we've been working together to do that, and we built the relationship off of that, off of having the same goal of how can I help you and how can you help me. You know what I mean? And we became family off of that. So it's a little different. So, but all three of them, they all just give me every aspect that I need, you know, to succeed as far as the tools and resources that it take.
For sure. I got one for both of y'all as far as y'all being, you know, family. How do y'all separate? You know, whoever want to go first. How do you separate the family and the business? Or do you?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
for sure.
teach us.
I didn't listen.
Because we family all the time.
I ain't gonna lie, like we, you know what I mean? Like, man, when I look at him, bro, I look at him like a brother I always wanted. Cause I'm, you know what I mean? Like youngest brother, so like we be straightforward. Like he tell me some shit that he tell me some shit I don't want to hear. I tell him shit like he don't want to hear. Like you gotta hear it. Like it's straightforward. We'll figure it out. We done been yelling in the top of our lungs at each other, and then we'll turn around and be laughing like, okay, yeah, like getting our points across. I feel like that's how you should approach it. You know what I mean? Because like you getting what you need to get off right there, and like, you know what I'm saying, y'all come into some type of mutual, you know what I'm saying, agreement on whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? And like just putting your ideas out there, like, you know what I'm saying, not holding, but not just sitting back and shit. So you know what
I think the most important thing when it come to that, when it come to family and business, is understanding that those are two different things. So separating it literally is necessary, and I've done it so much, like through this journey. I've had to do it so many times and so much, like, and it was honestly shocking. Like I never knew that that I wouldn't be doing this shit was out of some of the people that I've been, started with. So, but you gotta understand that it's two different things. So just because you can't do business with somebody don't mean, oh, I can't fuck with you no more. You're not cool. You know what I mean? And just because I'm cool with you and I love you to death don't mean I gotta do business with you. It's two different things. You can't always really do business with everybody. You know what I mean? And you can't do your business off of love. It gotta make sense. Because the minute you start moving off of love, or everything, it's not gonna. You just gonna set yourself up for failure. Honestly,
No, for sure.
you know what I mean. You just gotta make sure that the business and everybody understand the business side of it, the business aspect of it. You know what I mean? Because, family. I mean, you'll always be family. You know what I mean? Shit, and then it's like if we just gonna put the family over business, and then fuck all the money off. Then now what? We just got each other to bond over and be crying and broke together and fucked up, rather than putting the business over family. And then we take care of we make sure the money we can bond over the money and success.
No,
over,
for sure. For sure.
If we can't do business together, however we gonna play it, all right, I'll be back. You just wait right here, then I'll go handle this, or I'll just wait and let you do your thing. You know what I mean? It's always a time and a place too. So sometimes you gotta be unselfish.
Yeah,
you gotta see the bigger picture.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And the people that don't see the bigger picture, they just gotta move out the way.
No, for sure.
Hey, we getting close to that time, but before that, we gonna get into a topic, man.
Give me one more before because we do gotta get into some topics. I'm gonna say this to you. I'm gonna ask you this. I know that you just got off a tour not too long ago. Yeah. Seen you going crazy. Speaking of live shows, what's some of the craziest shit you done saw on tour? That you want to talk about openly. Because I know the vibes. Tour life is tour life, baby.
Tour life is tour life.
Probably
the craziest thing, I'm gonna just say the craziest thing is it was like an old lady, like she had to be like 80 years old. Old Caucasian white woman. Asked Sada to sign her titties.
Oh my God.
I'm like,
whoa,
she messed all
Yo, 80-year-old. Go ahead, T-Mill. We gonna get into the topics, bro. You want to give us one?
one? I didn't. It's been a minute since I've been on
the tour
or whatever. But I done seen some crazy, like just I like to try to grasp the whole
Vibes,
the whole vibes, like everything. You know what I mean? Take it all in. So like, I can't really like, you know what I'm saying? Necessarily point out, but
A lot of them don't like talk about
though.
that shit, bro, because Caesar be like, I'm not telling you nothing that happened online.
Tour like crazy. Tour is crazy. Bro.
Tour is wild.
sure.
Go ahead, T-Man. We can get
sure.
into the topics, bro.
Yeah, so man, with you being representative of the Honey Pack, right? I don't know if you hip to Andrew Tate, man. The dude, he caused different controversy online and stuff like that.
Yeah, the boy hair guy.
Yeah. So like, man, this dude just recently said any man that has sex with a woman because it feels good is gay. Sex is for making children. Man, as the representative of a Honey Pack, man, tell me.
I'm coming out
What do you think
swinging.
about that statement, man?
You can go ahead and take the no joy.
I think you know people just be reaching, bro. They be trying to start stuff, bro. They say outlandish shit to get a reaction out of people, bro. Because that comment don't even make sense, bro.
I agree.
That comment don't make no sense at fucking all. Like, what?
Especially when you're the king of the honey packs, you know he ain't trying to hear that shit at all. Bro, where the fuck honey pack come from, bro? I mean, I know where it come from, but like, what was you on when you came up with the concept and vibe for that record?
Sada said honey pack. I named it honey pack because in our first song we said something about a honey pack, and then in the second song we said something about a honey pack too. So I was like, fuck it, we call it honey pack.
That right. What's up with y'all videos? Y'all like the Busta Rhymes of Detroit right now, bro. What's up with the videos, dog?
Man, what's crazy is, bro, I got so many slept on videos that's just out there right now that I've been wilding on. Like, y'all just gotta check them out. I really like my visuals be different from everybody. For real. I don't just stand in front of a camera and rap. So you know I was gonna come crazy with
I'm talking about
with
crazy.
Sada for sure. Like,
No, for sure. Yeah.
Nah, straight up. That's what sets you apart, I think, from a lot of the other artists, you know, in the city. As far as your stage presence, your performance, you know, your creativity. Like you said, with the
I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
go ahead.
You know a vibe he give me? Like Detroit house party vibes. Y'all old enough to like
Yeah,
the old
yeah,
school.
niggas
You know what I'm
be
saying?
like, boop, boop,
Like we can go on the house party and you hear that Sada, you hear that honey pack,
You know
hear
what
that
time
jungle
it
inside
is.
like,
Oh my
man,
God.
that shit all night.
Bro,
somebody
it's-
just
you know
called
what
me.
I'm saying?
Somebody
That's
just
the
called me.
Detroit
the
shit
shit
so
that we
lit,
need
it's crazy
to
right
Listen, somebody
That's
just called me
us.
the Detroit Uncle Luke.
now. Nigga, you
No,
are.
it's
Nigga,
funny.
I
Yo,
said, dog, that's crazy.
bro.
Hey, it's
Because I
funny.
fuck with my baby Luke.
And
Like,
it's so
Yeah, nah,
crazy
that's
to see
crazy.
you
That's-
walking into this, y'all. Y'all got it. So for me, right, it's a little different because, like, I first heard about Jungle through Flashy West, my cousin. Shout out to Cuz. That's our cousin. You know what I'm saying? Same.
I fuck with him. Shout out
auntie,
my
all
nigga
that.
Flashy West.
You know what I mean? We were about to do I was doing my album release for, I think it was like Ultralit 1 or it was Ultralit 2. And just so happened COVID hit, right? The day of or something like that. And then we ain't end up hooking up. But from that point on, I have been watching this man's career evolve. Like, he was like, okay, that's little bro, I'm gonna have an open for me. Now I'm like, damn, I probably gonna have to open for him now. Like, within 2 years of him just working hard, bro. So I'm proud of the evolution of watching it online. And you know what I'm saying? We talk sometimes on Instagram. I'm like, bro, that shit hard. Whatever the vibes, you know what I mean? But just watching the evolution, bro, I have enjoyed this shit. And I want you to hear from me while you hear, bro, you going all the way. This is just scratching the surface, really, dog. You know what I mean? Like, you went viral. How was it to go? How did you feel going viral for the first time? The first time, not this time, the first time. You probably used to it now, huh?
I don't even feel like I ever went like viral for real.
World star?
I don't feel like I went viral like for real because I see people going viral and they end up with 100,000 followers.
Oh yeah. No, yeah.
My virals be going. I be having my moments and shit, but you know that shit. Okay, it builds up. But I be having so many moments. I'm thinking. I feel like it's more moments than viral. I'm not going viral. I'm just having moments. I be feeling like.
Well, this moment
It's
right here
different for
tough.
me. Like I'm having moments, but that's why I also feel like I'm a last because you know somebody have a viral like just have be viral, and then you'll never hear from them again. I'm having moments every year.
Yeah.
Every year something new I'm doing,
cap.
and somebody
Somebody
something else
post
that's-
you doing some.
You know what I mean? So
First time I saw you do the what's that? The Hulk Hogan rip your shirt open and throw the water on the crowd. I said, you got his goddamn mind. Them people that went and got them fresh Jerry curls and you up there tearing it up.
No, you know, he said something, your bro said something as far as the house party vibes. man, like what made y'all dig to that Godzilla sample? I heard that in like, you know, one of the songs. Like
That was my idea.
nice.
Henny, shout out Henny though. Henny is my producer.
Mm-hmm.
He the coldest producer in the city, bro. Anybody could challenge me on that. We could do that. But
You hear that, Jupiter?
Henny, listen, I'm telling you, Henny is that guy. I literally, me and him, we work every week, and I just come to him with I put the water bottle down a certain way and be like, damn, the way that shit was. I bring it to him like, bro, do something with this, bro. And he a genius. He just gonna fucking turn it into something. So like, when I heard that sample, I was just like, when I heard the actual, I'm like, oh, I gotta sample this. And I just told him to sample it. And me and him be in that bitch working like lab. Like, we just be like, I don't know. I'm like, all right, do that. Like, he be like, all right, no, matter of fact, I'm gonna do like, we be in there like working. Our chemistry is crazy on the production side of things. So even the honey pack is a sample too. I'm gonna let y'all figure that out.
Yeah.
But
Nah, cause that
that's a hard
Godzilla
sample too.
Yeah, the Godzilla, you definitely described it to a T as far as his way of producing, because that track being so dominant, you know, you can't really, it didn't take over the song too much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He put it in the perfect way.
Exactly.
Nah, it's a cold song too, for real.
Appreciate it.
No, what you got coming up next, man? Talk to me. What's next on the flow for you?
I'm gonna just keep showing y'all jungle, man, staying consistent, dropping more visuals. Right now in the works, I do want to say I am working on something with me and Pac-Man working on something.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's
That's
gonna
nice.
be
That's a
nuts.
good combo too.
Y'all two rapping ass niggas. Jesus
Pac-Man
Christ.
song. That's probably gonna be the next big thing, but I'm gonna still be dropping in between until we get that done.
So tell me, like you just shared, you know, you're gonna be working with Pac-Man, right? I see that from looking from the outside in, he uses different gimmicks or different, like, you know, tactics to like push his, you know, sales or push, you know, his following or whatever. Do you think, or are you planning on any, like, you know, things that you have in mind to, you know, push your following or get the sales or anything like that?
I mean, bitches, facing honey packs.
Bro,
And
they put the honey pack off the nub.
doing shit like that.
I was born with the nub.
Everything I do
when I
is damn
saw
near
Henny, when I saw him put the Henny,
Okay, I got
I
you.
feel like
Off
I've
the
already
nub?
been doing that.
I got you.
Everything we
Well,
do
see,
is like
I
damn
seen
near
this-
calculated, bro. So
I seen this thing with Pac-Man
It's
where
already-
he was at the store and he had somebody coming up to him talking about, you still work a regular job? He was still eating gas station chicken. He like, he said, you're a millionaire. Why are you doing this? And he was just sitting there eating the gas station chicken. I'm like, simple shit like that be pushing. It's just the content vibes. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, everything is content, bro.
yeah, exactly. So,
I can't wait to hear that record y'all about to get into. What you got coming up next, brother? What you working on?
Right now, I'm just trying to, man, help break more artists, man. It's a lot of talent in Detroit, man. I've been dealing with a few females. Shout out Kayla Wan. Just different, the younger generation too. So like, I've been getting into this. I know this like side note, but I've been getting into like non-profit organizations with kicking it with the children, stuff like that. So I'm trying to aim it like way like little and younger on the rap, because like some of these younger cats that's rapping, man, this like they need this. Like this the only, you know what I'm saying? This the only shit that they see that day. You know what I mean? I feel like I can help them, you know what I'm saying, push, navigate through them humps, like when they,
dope.
cause this shit hard, man. Like
No, for sure.
it's a big, it's kind of like a big conception where like the industry kind of, you know, give out ain't too many jungles where, you know, they got their head on right. So like it's the influence kind of heavy.
Yeah,
So
for
you
sure.
know what I mean? I don't want them to like thinking they need to, you know, bro came in, he won't worry about no jury. He ain't worry about like the materials of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause that's another side of the music we don't get into. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of kids going crashing out over this shit.
They do.
Man. And I'm just trying to like, you know, just steer them into the right direction. You know what I mean?
Sometimes we got to be the person that we needed when we was growing up or that we needed when we was first getting in the industry. You know what I'm saying?
Flat out.
Bro, this episode has been wonderful. This has been an exciting episode. We've gotten to some great things. I'm going to have Jungle give you guys all. That's your hard camera right there, bro. I'm going to have him give you all his ats, his handles for all social media. And we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. I'm going to go ahead and let Bully give you his as well. So we're going to start over here with Jungle.
_Big Jungle on Instagram. And you can find everything else on there.
Instagram at YNS Bully, same as Twitter. Like, I need some Twitter followers, man. Give me, I'll be on some Twitter.
Twitter is a porn site. Stay off of Twitter. All right, T-Mail, go ahead and let them know what you got going.
Yo, we want to appreciate Big Jungle coming through again, man. Listening, youth, listen what he was saying. You know, it is a way out. You might feel that, you know, you only one going through what you're going through, but you're not, you know. So continue to help us bless the city. Continue to like, comment, subscribe to Cobain Report, and blessed _Detroit where you can find me at.
So I want to thank Big Jungle. Want to thank Bully for coming out. Also want to thank 100 Fan Management for being in the building. Jungle brought an entourage. You know how you do. But man, we want to thank y'all for tuning into the Cobain Report again. This has been a wonderful episode. Like I always say, y'all, it's a wrap, bitch.